When you think of LA, you think of a bunch of nice houses, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, mansions, and you also think about the downtown with the multiple skyscrapers. But what I tell you guys, many of LA's downtown buildings are literally worthless. And we're talking about like 45, 50, 60% off type deal. I mean, everyone thought it was just like a San Francisco, Oakland thing, but it's spreading. Seems like towers and massive buildings are one of the most undesirable units to buy. Check out this article here by the Business Times. LA's third tallest tower sells for 45% below 2014 price, which pretty much states that the real estate market basically corrected by almost 2 decades in LA's downtown. This is our downtown. You got a bunch of massive office buildings. We're looking at the third largest tower, okay? And this is like something very iconic on a skyline. We're not talking about like a small little townhouse or a very crappy little building box. This is literally the third largest tower in Los Angeles. It's super tall. It's very nice. It's an iconic building. I mean, how can they sell this for this cheap? Well, it's simply put, there's not enough tenants, nobody wants it, and expenses are extremely high, which is basically a massive turnoff for any investor. This is a tower right here. You probably have seen it before. It is massive. Look at how big this tower is. The AON Center Tower, and smack in the middle of downtown LA. This is a humongous tower. This is not small by any means. These towers sell for a little over $1 billion in my opinion. Like if you go to Manhattan, if you go to Hong Kong and you try to buy a building of this caliber, you're shelling out at least $1 billion bare minimum for a building of this size. But guess what's going on here? Sold for $147.8 million. You know, back in 2014, this building was purchased for $250 million, $250 million. And now you're telling me it's sold for almost 50% off. And I know that with inflation, $1 million back in 2014 is worth so much more than $1 million in 2023. Because nowadays, $1 million could barely get you anything. And almost 30% of downtown LA office space is available for lease or sublease. It's completely empty. Okay, rents in downtown were 40% lower than in more desirable areas. And guess what? A lot of people just don't want to headquarter their stuff in downtown LA. This place isn't exactly the best place to live. Okay, I mean, if you're in LA, a lot of people are actually headquartering their offices in like the richer part of the area, right? Or they're headquartering this in like North Hollywood and something like that. Not a lot of people will want to headquarter their stuff in downtown LA. It's not a great place, guys. Okay, it's actually pretty scary according to a lot of people who live there. I mean, if you have money, just put one of your offices in like West Hollywood or something. It's just as good, and that's exactly what's happening. Remember, not all LA properties are having these fat discounts. Okay, it's going to be some specific areas like downtown LA, and even some of the super big mansions in Beverly Hills and the rest of the area are just having huge price cuts. And if you guys think this is just like a LA problem, this is like a California problem and a worldwide problem, in fact. Downtown San Francisco office tower sells for 50% off. 20-story building listing for $80 million, nearly half of the previous sale price. This is 33 New Montgomery Street. This is another really high-end office building. And remember, these office buildings are really good. And plus with like General Mills and FedEx showing weaker demand, you know what? Not a lot of real estate investors out there. And these guys, if they really want to sell, they're going to have to sell these for extremely dirt cheap prices. Pretty sure I've showed you guys this building before, but this is 33 New Montgomery Street. It's a very, very nice building. Obviously, it's not as big as the one in LA, but still, though, it's still selling for pennies on a dollar. This one's about 70% occupied, and it's still sold for 50% off. Like, these things are selling for half price off. It's crazy, and it really makes you wonder, what's the value of the adjacent building? And look at this photo, right? You could literally see the AON Center right here. Look at how tall this building is. And it's a shame that it's literally selling for 45% off. And like I said, a building of this height and such a good downtown locations in most cities typically sell for a very high amount. I'm not joking. When you go to like Singapore, go to Sydney, go to Hong Kong, like these huge, massive super skyscrapers like these, they sell for like over $1 billion USD easy. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment below, and before we leave, definitely check out the private Discord server, guys. Patreon link below for some awesome trades. We trade live every single day, and our traders are actually making a lot of money. Like recently, we made a great trade on Lululemon, made 46%. Lots of trades coming in, and our win rates are actually pretty high. Wins and losses, we post all of these. And one of the finest ones was like this SMCI call. We made like 132%. I played that. It was pretty fire. And green means buy, red means sell. It's super easy. We got discussions, chat rooms, tutorial videos. Any problems, just DM me on Discord. See you guys later.